It's stuck in my head. It's like an earworm. I don't know.
So it will not. Can you send me an invite, Mike? Like
Yeah. Hang on.
it's saying I'm verified, but then it doesn't give me any ability to sign in.
Huh. That's weird. Okay, hang on. I gotta get in. Opening Discord app. Invite people. Copy. Okay. How can I send this to you? I should probably do it. Maybe I can do it like text. Or I guess I could email it to you.
Yeah, you can even.
Yeah, I'll email it to you. Compose. Writing you a symphony of a Discord invite. Paste. Send. Hello, everybody. We are getting around Pam being a hacker to our Discord channel. Wait, go over here and go live on Instagram. So Instagram is hacking.
We're hacking.
It's Tuesday. I'm missing out on going to B Halls tonight. This is my B Halls night usually.
What is B Halls?
What is B Halls?
B Halls is like a little bar and grill where we go and I get my chicken wrap on Tuesday nights.
Oh my god. It's not Taco Bell? What?
So B Halls is cool because it's a bunch of people that used
to live it's next to Taco Bell.
It's a little bar and grill, but it's all people that used to live in Florissant. So like the decorations are all North County. They have the Wedgwood swimming pool like sign. It used to be not now. You remember Ricky? Probably don't remember, but it was right at that corner by the white VFW, the one that the JCs used to have their meetings in. The pool next door to it.
Yes.
A little bitty swimming pool, like on that little like triangle corner.
Yes.
So when they tore that down, they took the sign. It's hanging up at this place, B Halls. And they have like Scott Gallagher jackets. Remember like the Scott Gallagher soccer teams? Like everybody played for their kids. Like
I don't.
I'm a little bit older than you, but everybody played for Scott Gallagher. And like, so they have like jackets for like the Scott Gallagher soccer club and stuff like that. Yeah, it's all North County decorations because everybody in North County moved out here. So
yeah, of course.
It's kind of like North County adjacent.
Right.
But the bottom line is they have a great barbecue chicken wrap.
Oh, that's good.
And any place that sells tater tots.
Oh, heck yes.
Got my business.
Heck yes.
Oh my goodness, you're funny.
Oh yeah. Dip those in ranch and you've got like the best snack ever. Oh my god.
Well, see, they have this, and also they have seasoning salt. So it's not just salt; it's like kind of orangey salt.
Yeah. I mean, don't you ever cook with seasoning salt? I cook with it all the time.
I don't cook, so I shake right out of the shaker. But I've been telling you that I've been using Sugar Fire like Carolina mustard lately.
This is why I didn't. It has me in a loop.
I think you're a hacker. I think you must be on the do not Discord list. Okay, somebody tell me how to pronounce what Natalie's asking on Instagram. It's M-A-T-C-H-A-T.
Matcha.
Matcha. Okay, good. That way when I record, I'll sound like I know what I'm talking about. Matcha tea. Is that the Starbucks thing? Matcha tea. I saw that Starbucks brought back tomato soup and grilled cheese today. Can we start?
Yes.
Yeah, we can start. I'll keep trying to get into this.
Hello, everybody, and shout out to Ash Lanza over on Instagram because she said hello from New Jersey. Hello, New Jersey. Shout out New Jersey today.
Hello, New Jersey.
New Jersey in the house. Woo! Just kidding. Missouri in the house here. Did your solar get eclipsed where you are? Oh no.
Yes.
No, I got an Amber Alert. Hang tight. I'm glad this happened before we started recording.
Right?
In Springfield, Missouri, that is 4 hours from here. Is this thing gonna keep going off? That's a trick. I'm in do not disturb.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
This is 4 hours away.
It doesn't matter if
Right. It's like Amber Alert.
Amber Alert's just like, nah, dude, we got you.
3 hours away.
You ever got an Amber Alert so I've gotten an Amber Alert when I was on a Run Disney bus going to a race. Like, have you ever
everybody got it,
when you're like
man.
with a big group of people, it scares the crap out of you when everybody's phone goes off at the same time. I just remember everybody on the bus jumped. We're all like, what?
All right, so I'm finally in. How do I figure out where I want to go?
Okay, so if you want to see him, go to the channel that says current BOGP discussion. Click on that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm going to wave to say hi to TMFLT Pam.
Oh, God.
Hi, and it makes a little robot. Hi, at.
Oh, my God.
Okay, because I welcome everybody like when they come in. Okay, so click on current BOGP discussion, and then it should say like something about threads. Hang on. Yeah, if you click on that.
Current BOGP discussion. Okay, I'm in there. Oh, threads. Okay.
Yeah, and it kind of just roll over to the right. It'll say this or that for next Friday's show 3 days ago. Click on that.
Holy crap! I feel like I'm like the old lady.
I know. This is like a young man's game, but I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm so confused. Okay.
See, I'm not the only one.
No, you're not. Okay, current BOGP discussion, and then
I feel like I've gone back in time.
Threads kind of keep like one discussion like in a like straight. Like
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna rely on you, Mike.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
Agreed.
That's gonna be the best.
I'm the cool like young hipster here. Like I know how to run this.
Okay, yes, this is how things have gone. This
is
what our world has come to. Mike's the cool.
I really don't know what I'm doing. Discord's got me all kinds of confused too, but I am. It's all
Ricky and I are the old people, and Mike's become the young hipster. This is how things have gone.
I seriously don't know what's going on either with it, but I'm trying to figure it out.
I don't know what to say about any of this.
I know.
Cool.
It is, but it's working. Like we're having courageous conversations over there, as I used to say.
Courageous, vulnerable.
That's what they used to say in the school district. We used to have courageous conversations, and I'm like, oh.
Well, I'll be curious and not judgmental.
Yeah. Yeah, 50 is the new 21. That's what I gotta say.
Well, I'm 40 and I don't give any idea of what the heck is going on here.
Here we go.
I feel like the new 21 until I wake up.
You're like, no.
It feels more like this. 81.
Well, yeah, exactly. 50's the new 21 until I try to get up from the seat after recording.
Oh, Lord. I know.
I was weeding yesterday in the yard because it was so nice, and I'm like, oh, I'm stuck down here. This is my life now.
I was filling up this mini fridge this afternoon, and I was like, oh, dude, I'm the only one home. I can't get back up.
I'm done. I can't get up anymore. We're good.
All everywhere for the rest of my life.
I live here now.
2 hours. I'm like, I'm screwed.
You need a life alert thing.
Yes, you do. You do. Yes.
Oh,
Where's my chair? Where's my rolly chair? I can't get to it. It's not good. Okay, so I'm gonna close the Discord till we use it though later because it'll
good.
beep beep. Okay, here we go. Let's do those questions. And it is 2467. Here we go. Welcome to episode 2467 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're having a great week. We are around here because it is podcast time and we love recording this show. And it's always fun to get together on a Wednesday to answer your listener questions because, well, we know sometimes what we're going to get, but typically not really. So we're going to have some fun bouncing around Disney Cruise Line, Walt Disney World, maybe heading out to the West Coast, talking a little Disneyland. And to do that, my two good friends that I get together with every week. It's so much fun. And joining us from the mouseforless.com and a Disney World afterall.com, which I remember this week we have Rikki. Rikki, happy Wednesday. What's going on?
Happy Wednesday. Yeah, there's been a lot of, news coming out this week. So if you want to find out the latest news without all that clickbait stuff that no one likes, visit my site at DisneyWorldAfterAll.com. And you'll get all the details without the clickbait, which is the nice part. No clickbait.
So we got some offers there, a little free dining there for Disney Visa card holders. That's always the good, exciting times. I mean, we got most of July, some dates, short little window there in September.
Yeah, the September window is the one I'm like, you guys really just went with it on this. Just like 1 week, right? Cool.
It's a little touch and go in September, and then December, a little kind of medium little range of dates there in December.
Actually, the September one surprises me because, September before was always when free dining was offered, and it was always offered the entire month. Now it's just literally offered 1 week, and I'm like, what's going on in September that I'm missing? Because something must be going on.
I mean, because the thing is, you can always expand it, right? It's easier to expand than contract, so maybe that's what they're thinking. So we'll see how that goes. So there's also some room offers out there as well, and I mean, we saw that there's going to be some changes to DAS, so stand by for that because, that's going to go into effect for some folks on May 20th. So we'll see how that works too.
Yeah. They use a system, I believe, that's very similar at Universal. And it's, from what I can tell, it's worked out pretty well for them. So I think that they've just decided to roll over that system to Walt Disney World and actually Disneyland as well. So it's supposed to help cut down on, we've all heard about the misuse from people who weren't necessarily supposed to use DAS. So it's supposed to cut down on the misuse and really make sure that the people who actually need it get to use it. So that's the part that's the most important, is that the people who really, really, really do need to use it can use it.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm excited. I mean, honestly, that's what I'm excited for. The people who need it get to use it more effectively. So
yes,
let's hope that's the case.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Also joining us, we have Pam Forrester. She's co-owner of the Magic for Less Travel, freshly returned from a cruise. Not that I'm a little bit envious of her being out to sea, but I'm in the 80s. I'm in the 80s on my countdown there. So
I thought you meant an age. Okay, got it. Okay.
You stink. No, right. I'm in the 80s in my countdown to the fantasy. Not that I'm excited or anything, but Pam, how was you sent us a little picture of coming into Nassau, that little house that we love, and it.
Oh no! All the houses on that little strip of land there were pretty much wiped out. So I felt bad, but I think if you didn't at least think about that being a possibility when you built there, maybe there was not. I don't know, whatever. But they are. So that's fine. But every time I'm in the waters there, I always think that blue. It's the bluest water there is anywhere. It's gorgeous. And we actually happened to be sitting out on our balcony right before the ship was getting ready to pull back into the ocean. And there were about 100 different boats coming from Paradise Island, back into the port, I'm sure dropping off folks who were doing excursions that day in Nassau. So anyways, it was good to see. We had a good time. It was nice to be out at sea. There's nothing more peaceful and relaxing than that, I don't think.
Too, from the ship, they've really redone the port of Nassau there, the arrival entry port there. It looks a lot different than it did even 5 years ago. It's much more approachable, much more efficient looking now.
For sure. It seemed like it used to be before they sort of dumped you into this area and you were
I wasn't going to say that, but I mean, just you're calling it what it is.
It is. I truly am. It was like you felt like you were sort of dumped in the middle of this questionable area, but now it's much more cleaned up and it looks good. And it looks like there's things that you want to do there. They've redone actually some of the hotels there on the beach. Those look like good. And of course you can always see Senior Frogs from the show.
I still remember a day there with Hannah and Paige. They were of legal age in the Bahamas.
In the Bahamas, yes.
Yes, they were.
They were not of legal age in the States. So
no.
All skinny drinks. And my brother-in-law, Andy, was leading the shot train on a Tuesday at 10:30 in the morning. I was like, oh, man.
Yes, that was their first, hopefully their first shot train experience.
All I know is like, I was just thinking, this is what the Bahamas Department of Tourism is loving.
Like,
Americans from Missouri are 10:30 on a Tuesday leading the shot train. What's up?
Oh gosh,
like, can I have a cheeseburger?
Crazy.
Yeah, please have a cheeseburger.
Yeah, yes, I know.
I was just like, can we get back on the ship before somebody goes to jail?
Yeah.
I don't want to be left behind. I was a little nervous. Okay, Cindy's got a question. Let's jump in. And it says, Aerophile at Disney Springs. Hello, BOGP crew. I have yet another question for you. As previously mentioned, myself, my husband, and 7-year-old daughter are headed down to Walt Disney World in September. On our last, I was thinking of spending the day at Disney Springs as our flight isn't until 8 p.m. My question is, what are your thoughts on Aerophile? You guys know what Aerophile is?
I do.
Okay, so when I saw the question, I was like, is this a store? I was like, remember because there's that store at the mall? Or do you remember there's
that's Aeropostale.
I know. See, when I got this email,
you old man, you. Yeah, you know how I said something about you being 80?
No,
yeah, you're definitely 80.
Because I have 2 girls and they used to shop there, but I think it went out of business.
Yeah.
But then I was like,
no, it's still there.
No, it's still there. Yeah.
For people who don't know, this is the hot air balloon. But anyway, she continues. She says, thoughts on Aerophile, the hot air balloon at Disney Springs. Have you experienced this attraction? Thanks for always answering my questions. I appreciate you and the whole BOGP community for your expertise and opinions. You're the best. Thanks, Cindy. She is in Mississauga, Ontario, up in Canada. Very cool. Awesome. All right. So I have not. This thing, I fly, but my family did this one day when I went to a media event. I was like, I got to go to Epcot to a media event for like 2 hours. You guys go do the balloon if you want to do it at Disney Springs, because something about that, I'm scared the cable is going to go loose and I'm going to end up in Canada someday or Africa or somewhere, or South America. You know, I don't want to turn into Carl. You know, I'm like, I don't know how it's going to work out. The thing freaks me out. I don't know. It's way like I watch it. Like I'm curious because when I'm in Disney Springs, I watch it and it sways. It's not for me. I think I'd get up there. I'd get up there. I think I'd have a panic attack. So I'm not paying money to get a panic attack. So I'm not doing it. But Rikki, you have. So go ahead.
I have. It's been a while actually since I've done it. But I have. And it's really cool. It offers some really amazing views of Disney Springs and Walt Disney World overall, and it's a really, really neat experience that is unmatched by pretty much anything else, because you are up in the air and you are tethered, so you're not going anywhere. So you can feel safe. And the good thing is it's a lot bigger up in there than you think it is when you like look at it. So like there's plenty of room for people. And you can kind of walk around and see the views of different areas of, you know, the resort and stuff like that, and Orlando and stuff. I will say it doesn't have the best track record in the sense that it is closed down a lot due to the fact that they do have a lot of safety measures in place. Like if it's windy at all in any way, shape, or form, they aren't flying. And the interesting thing is that you may not feel the wind down where you are on ground level, but I tell you, when you get up in the air, if like even just the slightest breeze, that thing is going really, you know, fast, I'm guessing. So
15,000 feet, that thing will sway.
It will definitely sway pretty good, is what I was getting to. So I would say I'm happy that they have the safety measures in place so that people are safe. That actually makes me feel safer to know that they do close it when the wind is at a certain degree. So just know that it may not be open when you get to it, because they are keeping it safe for everyone, and the winds may just be a little too much. So
I like it. I mean, safety first, right? Pam, real quick thoughts on the hot air balloon.
Yeah, we've done it too, and I really enjoyed it. don't always like heights, especially things that are like unstable and moving like that. I try to make myself do the things, even when I'm ever, when I'm in a situation, I'm like, I know that I have these feelings and I try to make myself do it. In fact, near us, probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours north of us, there is this bridge. It used to be a train bridge, and they have a section of it where the floor is glass.
Oh, that's cool.
So I know I said to Steve, okay, I think that we need to go up there and I need to make myself do this.
See, why do people think they need to?
It's like personal growth or something.
But isn't
it?
Because like in Chicago, I think the Sears Tower or whatever has like a section where you can walk out.
You can see in glass. I've done it before.
Why? That would give me a heart attack.
I think because it's part of, I think these are the things, and I keep telling myself this as I get older, these are the things that help you sort of, I think, stay young. I think that they're pushing yourself to do things, to continue to do things, even if it is scary to you.
Right now, my palms are sweaty just talking.
But anyways, so I will say the first probably 5 to 10 seconds, I was focusing on my breathing and where I was and all of those things that you're supposed to do when you're really nervous about something. But once I got up there, it was really easy to just look at the beautiful views and to see everything. And you can see so much. I keep saying I want to do it when the fireworks are going on, because I think that would be great.
That would be cool.
See, I know, right?
I was going to say, could you imagine doing it during the drone show? But I'm almost certain they would not do that during the drone show.
Not going to be up there then.
Yeah, but that'd be cool.
Because I mean, imagine one of those drones goes rogue and pops it. Because then you look like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. You end up over at Universal. Okay, next question. Ash Lanza, shout out, she's in New Jersey, over on Instagram, watching live. Going down for my first trip as a mom this summer. Congratulations. So, up until now, my husband and I did adults only trips, but we're making this trip down with our 1-year-old. Sounds kind of familiar, Ricky.
A little bit.
Any tips or must do's? I got one tip. Diapers.
Yes, diapers.
Don't forget the diapers.
Don't forget diapers. Don't forget food, snacks.
Okay.
Definitely need the snacks.
So I'm gonna channel my Pam Forrester on this one, because I've been listening for the past 16 years. I'm gonna go with her number one tip. Follow the child's schedule. Don't deviate as much as you might want to. Right, Pam?
Yeah, I think that makes everything go better. I mean, when you have a young child and even an older husband, sometimes deviating too far.
Being a 1-year-old like somebody my age too,
or a friend like Mike Rahman. Yes, if you deviate too much from the schedule in terms of sleep or meals, things start to go bad. If you get meltdowns. There could be crying. The need for naps. You know what I mean? No, I think everyone's happier when they're on their own schedule. And your child best. Like, I think, if you have one late night, that's one thing. But 8 continual late nights and things get bad. And I saw it recently when we were in the world. There was a kid like melting down, and mom was doing such a good job. It was just, she was letting him be in his feelings, not giving him attention, but letting him safely carry it out. And that's one of the hardest things as a parent, to do that, especially when you're out in public, right? You feel like you have to do something, like all the things you're not supposed to do when your child's freaking out, like giving them attention or giving in or whatever. You're like, what do I need to do to get you to stop?
How do I stop this?
These people think I'm killing you, but no, I think do that and try to take, if your child is one who's really particular about food, then when you get there, I would place an Instacart order to get some of those things that your child likes to eat, so that you always have something familiar. I think, there's so many great things to do at Walt Disney World, and it's super easy to get overwhelmed even as an adult. And I think it's even easier for kids. So take it slow, try to keep on your schedule when possible, and just help fit in some things that let them run some of that energy out. Cause I think that's another thing too. It's hard hard to be good, all that time. Kids are used to, toddling or crawling or whatever. And when you can't get to do all those things, that gets frustrating. So do all that stuff.
That's so true. Rikki, what have you learned like in the past year?
Yeah, definitely. The thing I've learned, especially as Lucy is starting to now kind of learn to walk and she crawls everywhere. With a 1-year-old, I mean, she needs to let some of that energy out. So when we have days where, we have a full kind of afternoon and she has to be confined a little bit more during the day, whether it's because she needs to be in a car seat or she, needs to be in a high chair or, whatever. Some days it's just best to try to find a spot where I can just let her kind of run around and crawl around and burn off some of that extra energy. Otherwise, we will have some sort of meltdown. So that's definitely a huge thing, is just find little areas where you feel comfortable enough to let them kind of, just roam. I think that's going to be key with a 1-year-old or any kind of toddler, because goodness, we're getting close to that toddler stage with Lucy. And, like Pam said, have snacks for them that they are going to enjoy. Lucy doesn't have like the most strict schedule. So, we just kind of stick to the basics of her schedule usually. And that seems to work for her. But I know that there are kids that do have like, they have to go to bed at this time or, whatever. Thankfully for us, Lucy's not like that. So that's good for us. Just go at their pace. I think that's going to be key. Enjoy the attractions that they can enjoy. So you're going to do lots of things that are, safe for little ones. So enjoy your time on It's a Small World and Dumbo all the time. And take advantage of Child Swap, which, will allow, the adults to go ride an attraction, and then one adult will hang out with the child. And then, the other person will then get to go ride the ride at a later date through the fast pass. Well, not fast pass line, but the lightning line. So that's one of the things that we take advantage of as well when we're down there is the Child Swap.
Well, too, and you mentioned letting the kids blow off some steam by getting out of the stroller and not being confined and being able to burn off excess energy. Disney in the past 5 to 10 years has made this so much easier for parents with these green spaces and these little mini playgrounds like at Epcot, Magic Kingdom with these spaces. I mean, this is one of the things that maybe 15 years ago was more of a challenge. I mean, there was a lot of attractions, but just really nowhere to let a kid just kind of run around, just like, just get out there and just burn off energy. But now you can find these places, multiple spots like this in every theme park, which I think is a huge advantage for parents of toddlers and younger kids.
Absolutely.
For sure. Yeah, it is. And you know what? There's sort of when we were down there last, I was really looking around at some of this stuff. In the Living Seas, if you go up top by the aquariums, that's actually a perfect space for someone who's not a super strong walker to actually go along, because they can sort of go along the aquarium and look at it. And I thought, and it's like cool in there and a little dark. And I was like, oh, this would be a good place to kind of decompress here.
Absolutely.
So remember that. And there's something like that.
Thank you. That's a good tip. Utilizing that one. Yeah.
Because it's almost always empty too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
You're not gonna have anybody, and the kid can, that's a great, it's very calming. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's where I need to go.
It is. Yeah, it's true.
That's a good read. All right. Next question. Pam, let's go for you. We're talking about this in the pre-show. It's from Jenna, Dr. Butler. She actually cruised with us on the Be Our Guest podcast cruise this past summer, which was awesome. Her and her family. Hey, BOGP crew. I love listening to the recent trip report on the Alaska cruise, which was just this past Monday, a couple days ago with listener Kara, which was awesome. We're getting rave reviews on that show. She said, because we're going on our first Alaska cruise this next May. We've only ever been on the Wish. So my question is, what is the older Disney Wonder like? Will we be disappointed having been on the brand new Disney Wish? I'm afraid it will feel old and less magical, especially for the kids. Thanks for everything you do. And I think this is kind of human nature, right? Because, we all want like the latest. I mean, it's like, the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I mean, and somebody hands you an iPhone 12, like, I don't want that old dirty, thing, and I mean, an iPhone 12 is still an iPhone, it does all kinds of magical stuff. Pam, you've sailed on the Disney Wonder. I've sailed on the Disney Wonder. You know, every ship has different experiences. And I think the thing about especially the classic ships on the Disney Cruise Line, the magic and the wonder at this point, you get a more intimate experience on those ships. And it feels just, you're going to get to know your serving team. You're not going to compete with as many guests on these ships. It is going to feel different, but I don't think any less magical. But give your thoughts.
No, I don't think so at all. And I think, first of all, right off the bat, to put your mind at ease, these ships are some frequent cruisers' favorite ships of all, the classic ships. So I think that no matter what ship you're on, I think you're definitely going to find magic there. None of the ships feel less magical. One of the things I love about the Disney Cruise Line is that they frequently bring their ships into dry docks. They add things, they refresh things, they make things feel new again. And that's what I really enjoy about that. And the other thing is, I think that each ship sort of has its own personality. They're different, and some parts of it are the same, but there's new things to discover on each of the ships. And I think that's what you really need to go into and focus on, is like, what are we going to do? Like, what are we going to find on this ship that we like? I think that there's always something you can find your next favorite thing about whatever you're doing. And I think that's one of the things that you're going to want to do. Make sure you look at the shows. The shows are different on each of the ships. There's some similarities between some, but each ship has sort of its own flavor of shows. So look at those if you enjoy those. The entertainment, each of them have their own brands of entertainment. Each of them have their own kids activities, and each of them have their own foods and restaurants and those kind of things. So there's always something new to discover. So I think you'll have a fantastic time.
And especially on the Wonder, you're going to get to do the aqua dunk, correct? Which is different than the aqua duck. So get ready to get shot vertically down the tube. If you
thank you. I will not be doing that.
If you ever wanted to know what a bank deposit felt like in the 80s.
Oh, wait. Yeah, exactly. Wait, she said that, they're on the Wonder, right?
Yeah, does the Wonder have that?
The Wonder doesn't have that. It's only on the Magic.
It's the Magic.
The Wonder actually is the only ship that doesn't have any kind of water slide type situation. Yeah.
That makes sense. Going to what was I thinking that? I don't know. Okay, so scrap that. Well, I mean, who wants to feel like a deposit? But it does. Here's what it does have: beignets, because it has Tiana's restaurant.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so we're going to do this or that on Friday. Would you rather have the aqua dunk and feel like a deposit slip in the 80s, or would you rather eat a beignet?
Oh, beignet. Give me the beignet. There's no question about it. Beignet.
Yeah, that's probably right. That's probably the right answer all around. Yeah, I think I would too. Even though, I've always wondered what my deposit slip felt like when my grandma would
No, I don't.
You could put actual coins in those.
My grandma did. My grandma took them up to Boatman's Bank. Ricky knows what I'm talking about.
I do remember Boatman's.
She'd fill out that little form. There it went. Yeah, no, but you're gonna have a great time. I mean, just Kara talked about all the fun they did in Alaska, especially Pam. You're raving about the ports and the port adventures you get to have, and just like the thing is, and Kara said this too, that. And when I get this from my guests a ton, a lot of people say, I want to do Alaska once. Like, I just got to try it. I just got to see.
Alaska. You'll want to do it again.
I get so many repeaters on this itinerary. They're like, I told myself I just want to see Alaska one time. And so many people come back to this because they love the ship too, but they also love the itinerary and the port adventure because they're so unique. Yeah.
Yeah. We did Alaska for the first time. Not last summer, but the summer before. We're doing it again this summer. We liked it that much. It was very port intensive, and there's something very cool about being able to cruise and not being so hot all the time. I mean, that's something that, happens in the Caribbean. The other thing is that we enjoyed that sort of sense of adventure that comes with international travel, all while remaining in the U.S.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a cool thing too. So yeah, we really enjoyed Alaska. There's so much to see and do there. And don't let it be a once in a lifetime trip, because I think you're going to want to do it again.
All right. Chad's tuned in here on Facebook, and he says, hey there from OKC. For those people outside the States, that is Oklahoma City. Big trip coming up to Normandy. And I don't think he's talking about Normandy, Missouri, which is right down the road here. We're going to spend our last day at Disneyland Paris. My family, my 4-year-old, and me would appreciate any advice. Don't know anything about it. This was a late add-on for us. Thanks a bunch. I have not been to Disneyland Paris, but the two ladies have. Rikki, real quick, give some advice. Last add-on, one day at Disneyland Paris, DLP as we call it.
Yes, well, your time at Disneyland Paris, don't go to the Studios Park. It's just not as worth it. I don't think
you're mean.
I know they've done a lot of work recently to try to update it a little bit, but if you literally only have one day, do Disneyland Paris proper. I think you're going to enjoy it much better. Do keep in mind that it will feel very familiar, but very different. There are a lot of walkthrough attractions at Disneyland Paris, so that is something to keep in mind. It's not a lot of rides. Well, they do have a lot of rides, and the rides that they have are like the versions that are the same as Walt Disney World or Disneyland are just far superior, in my opinion. Like their Big Thunder blows Big Thunder away at both Disneyland and Walt Disney World. I loved their Pirates. I loved most of the other attractions that they had that were similar. Their Space Mountain was really cool, although it was Hyper Space Mountain when we did it, which was, neat as well. I did not get to do Phantom Manor, which is my one huge regret, but it was closed for refurbishment when we were there, so I did not get to see it, and I'm very sad about that. Maybe someday I will get back out to Disneyland Paris and get to experience it. I'm hoping. Yeah, it's the attractions that they have that are It's a Small World is really cool too. I do remember really liking It's a Small World. So yeah, it's very their food is abysmal. So don't go looking for really.
Do they have fries? I'd be disappointed if they didn't have French fries.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Oh no. Their food was not great.
Everybody says they have bad food, but you always hear French food, isn't that
the only good restaurant that we ate at was the Remy, the one that's themed after Ratatouille. That was the only good restaurant that we ate at.
Ironic. I would think that a Disneyland Paris would have the best food. I always hear that the food's not good.
It was awful, and there were really long waits for the food as well. So I don't know if that's gotten any better, but we waited at least 45 minutes just for a quick service location. So yeah, it's not.
I'd be an angry American.
I was very angry. I was hungry. We'd just gotten there. I was starving. I just wanted food. So yeah, it was not great.
Pam, real quick, give a couple thoughts.
I think, yeah, just go in looking to see which attractions are going to be really important for you to visit, because with one day it'll be really challenging. Their nighttime shows and their parades, they put a lot of energy into that. So do that. You're going to want to set aside some time for shopping because they really do have some different merchandise, and that becomes important. But I think it's really, in particular, it's interesting to see the attractions that we have here in the States and they have there and sort of compare them. I loved Phantom Manor. I think it was really a cool thing.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
No, but all of them, but the Pirates there is actually my favorite Pirates.
It's a fantastic Pirates.
It's just really cool. And there's a lot of attention to detail in that. They have a downtown Disney sort of location to Disney Spring, whatever sort of area, that actually has the balloon too. It started over there. So yes, you can do that. But yeah, just focus on the things that are super important to you. I think that's what becomes the most important when you don't have, many days in a row to explore like this.
Sounds fun. And have fun, Chad, over there in Europe. All right, last question of the day. It says, listener question, Epcot, fireworks from Allie. Hey, BOGP, I'm taking my 8-year-old on a mother-daughter resort-only trip this weekend. We're staying at Caribbean Beach and would love to know the best place to watch Epcot fireworks from outside the park. We'll be watching the Magic Kingdom fireworks on the Poly Beach with a Dole Whip in hand. I previously emailed you about this trip thinking we'd stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge, but after listening to y'all discuss the Skyliner, we decided to give that area a try for the first time. We're excited to be able to travel easily between the resorts and all that they offer. We even have a late night beaches and cream reservation because as a kid, where else is it acceptable to have ice cream at 9 p.m. other than on vacation? Thanks so much for all the work you put in every week, Allie. All right, so I mean, I'm trying to, I love this email, but I don't want to burst your bubble, but it is really hard to see the Epcot fireworks outside of the park because the reason is they are very low fireworks compared to most other fireworks shows, because most fireworks shows are up in the sky, where Epcot kind of keeps them about 20, 30 feet above the water. You can still see some fireworks, right, Pam? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, you could.
I will be honest with you. Watching the fireworks, the Epcot fireworks anywhere but in Epcot is kind of womp womp.
You know they're happening, but you don't really.
Yeah.
Yes, you can see an occasional one up in the sky. You can't really hear the music. You can't really get the whole idea or theme of the show. It's just not that kind of thing. I've seen them, some of the better places I've seen them from are when you're staying like club level at Boardwalk or, something like that. So I don't know that I would spend my time doing this. I will say I understand the idea. And I think seeing the fireworks over from the Polynesian beach is a great idea, but there are other things that I would probably think about doing at night. And I think that at many of the resorts, just taking advantage of the nighttime stuff going on at your resort would probably be just as fun, if not more fun. You get to do the campfire and roast some marshmallows and maybe see a movie under the stars. And I think that's a cool thing because you're going to be at Caribbean Beach too. You'll be able to ride the Skyliner at night. And that may be something that you want to do. I think that gives sort of an interesting perspective on things at night to be in the Skyliner, especially when you get to that area where you sort of are riding behind the World Showcase. I think that's a really cool view. And I think that would give you something. I think even just spending the evening walking around the lake that is there by the boardwalk and the beach club and the yacht club is a great way to spend the evening too. And since you already have reservations at Beaches and Cream, that might be the perfect way to spend that evening. So I don't want to burst your bubble, but I want to set your expectations.
Yeah.
You know they're happening, but you don't see much other than like a few, you see a few flyers. So you're not going to see like a show. It is kind of disappointing. But here's what I would suggest real quick, and then we're going to sneak in one more question. Is maybe to spend the night on the boardwalk, because then you can see the fireworks kind of, but there's entertainment on the boardwalk, and you can get get an ice cream, Beaches and Cream, walk over, and you can check out. I like the screen door shop. That's kind of fun to shop in, and that's like the energy of the boardwalk. Just walk around, burn off your no way, Jose. Whatever.
Agreed.
Real quick, Jen's got a question. She is Len's better half out in Maryland, one of my great guests over the Magic for Less, and it says, Mike, Len and I are eagerly looking forward to our June trip in Disneyland. It's the first time we'll be there together, and neither of us has been there in 20 years. Wow. We're going to be there for 5 park days, more than enough time to do everything quite leisurely. I was wondering, though, what else, if anything, is there to do that is not standard park stuff? Walt Disney World has miniature golf, boat rentals, backstage tours, and so much more. Is there anything extra to do at Disneyland that we can look into as well? Thanks so much for setting up the trip for us, and we'd love to hear your and the team's suggestions. Thanks, Jen, out in Maryland. I was thinking about this because you're right. I mean, they're right. Mm-hmm. Walt Disney World has tours and putt-putt and the balloon, and all kinds of stuff like that. And I was trying to think, of course, Disneyland has Downtown Disney, so you have that shopping district. But I was trying to think what other kind of, it is a smaller resort, right? There's not as much to do. You have the Good Neighbor hotels kind of stripped there. So you could go over there and get, Cold Storm Creamery. You could buy like the little janky gibbets off the guy there as you're walking across to the Good Neighbor.
Yes. You can make questionable purchases for sure.
One night, and this is not going to be guaranteed he's going to be there every night. He would sell these wild things that he would take it, and I don't know what he did to it. He'd throw it up in the air, man. That thing would fly like 38 feet in the air, and it would come back down in his hand. It was magic. I don't know how that happened. I almost bought one. I didn't even know what it was. It glowed in the dark. It was like an infomercial you'd see like at 11:30 during American Gladiators back in the 90s. I have no idea what the thing was, but it was pretty sweet. He was selling it right there as I was walking back to my hotel. I don't know if you'd call that like a magical extra though. Like
right?
Doesn't seem like it. No,
it's not quite the magical extra.
No.
Yeah, it was pretty wild though. I'll give you that. I mean, the guy was working, but he was a hustler. Pam, I mean, I was trying to think about this. Are there any other things like this that I can think of?
It's like things outside the parks are sort of challenging. I think, some of the things you could do is look at the different dining options. I mean, they do have tours there. They do have many after hours events. So you'll have to see if something like that is going on when you're going to be there. The regular nighttime shows
has bowling.
Yeah,
they do. Splitsville does have bowling. Yeah, you're absolutely right on that. But yeah, it's not quite, as exciting. I don't think it's hard because they sort of got fenced in really quick there at Anaheim. And of course, we all know that's something that Walt sort of kept in mind when he was thinking about his Florida project. But they don't have the luxury of space. The thing is, though, at Downtown Disney, they have sort of live musicians almost every night. And that's really cool to think about that. So that's something that you could do. But I think they're sort of in a rebuilding phase, as it were, right now. I mean, they're building a lot of things. They're adding more things, I think, because they know that people want to do that. The other thing you can do is just sort of, I think, explore what's happening at the resorts there. Grand Californian often has some kind of activity and or entertainment going on. So that's worth checking out. But yeah, and when the parks are open late, you get to do that. But they do have some fantastic tours at Disneyland. Those are all going to take place in the parks, but those are worth checking out too.
Yeah, like when we were there for 7 nights in July, like I never lacked a thing to do. Like I was exploring my hotel, I was in the pool, we were hanging out at not Trader Sam's, but the place next to it, with Tangaroa Terrace.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good option too.
Yeah, we went over to the Grand Californian and hung out in the lobby there for a while and got some snacks there. There's stuff. Downtown Disney has a ton of stuff to do. Like we went to Earl of Sandwich. We ate what was the pizza place upstairs? Napoli.
Naples. Yeah.
Naples. Whatever it is. But I mean, there is a ton of stuff to do there. Like you will not find yourself like without
Black Tap. You can get one of those humongous shakes. They also have a salt and straw there. With the ice cream. And we were actually, it was so funny when we were down there, we were talking about going to Salt and Straw, and Steve was almost like, yes, we have to go, because they had the guava donut and cream cheese or whatever, which he loves. Like, oh my gosh, sounds odd, so good. So anyways, yeah.
All right, so you guys are almost there. Len and Jen, you're gonna have a blast. I'm rocking my sweatshirt that I had to buy because it was so cool in the evenings in July in Anaheim. Yeah. I was like, God bless America.
Right?
That was the best. I love this sweatshirt because like I'm cold. I got to get a sweatshirt in July in a Disney theme park. I will be back. All right, that's going to do it for today. We're going to be back on Friday. We're going to do tough Disney choices coming straight from the BOGP Clubhouse. This is going to be a fun one. So come with us and play along with us in the car, on your run mentally, or you can just yell it out as you're running. If you're passing somebody, that'd make for some interesting conversation. Or, as you're walking the dog might be like, woo, woo, who knows? We're going to have a good time, though. So come on back on Friday. But join us in the Clubhouse. We have the conversation going on 24/7. Just swing by beourguestpodcast.com/Discord. Don't forget, our show is brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, Adventures by Disney trip. Right now, we have the specials for the summer, July, for some of those free dining for Disney Visa card holders. Also, a little bit in September, like I said, and December, but also Disney Cruise Line. We want to get you out to sea. We want to help you see the world with Adventures by Disney, and of course, Disneyland as well. You can dream it. We can do it. I mean, Walt didn't say that, but, Mike just did. So come on over to themagicforless.com today. I don't know where I was going with that. All right. Also, Amazon. Use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online, no matter what you're buying. We'd love to have that support. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you to our Patreon supporters. You guys are the best. You make all this possible, even the bad stuff. It's patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. And you get a bonus show every week. It's called Mike in the Midwest. Again, come on over to patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. Give us a follow on the socials at Ricky Nibs for Ricky, at TMFLT Pam for Pam. I'm at Be Our Guest Mike. Twitter, Instagram, Threads. Find us, and we'll see you over on the Clubhouse. Don't forget this Sunday night live call-in show. Scott joins me. We take your calls. We have a blast. We have so much fun on that show on Sunday nights. It's at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. Give us a call Sunday night. All right, we're getting out of here. We'll be back again on Friday. Tough Disney choices coming your way, so be ready and play right along with us. So until then, for Ricky and Pam, I'm Mike. You guys have a great week, great Wednesday, whatever day you're listening, because you might not even be listening on Wednesday. You could be listening on a Thursday, or Sunday. Could be Tuesday. It's a podcast. You could be listening. You could be listening in 2029, and if you are, hope you're having a great day. But until then, you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. Save that one. Oh, shoot. What is it?
I did not have my coffee today, and it is hitting me.
Okay, you said that last time.
I know. That's because I had to go get a hubcap today.
Who has hubcaps in 2024? What are you driving? Like a 1984 Granada?
I have a 2016 Toyota Camry. So
a hubcap.
My hubcap somehow fell off. Don't know where it went, so I had to go get one at one of the dealerships.
So your hubcap sitting on like interstate.
I don't know where it's sitting. No idea. Didn't feel it fall off. Didn't see it fall off. Didn't hear it fall off. Don't know where it went.
Don't most cars have like hubcaps built in nowadays?
No, mine's a 2016. So
mine's a 2012, but I don't think my car has a hubcap. No, it's just like got a wheel. I don't know. I guess because it's a Jeep, maybe.
Yeah, you got a Jeep.
I literally I could not tell you.
A hubcap. It just reminds me of like Sanford and Son or something, dude.
So I did not get to go get my regular coffee today.
Yeah. I don't know why I think it's so funny.
I had to go buy one.
You want to lose it over a hubcap. That's so funny. I don't even know why I think that's so funny. Hubcap. Just the word hubcap is a funny word. Like, I don't know. I think I just need to eat or something.
Yeah, a hubcap does. It is like you think of like a hubcap in like a junkyard. As
yeah,
like
I know. Maybe that's what it is. Like,
yeah, I think it is. Like, that's what you think about.
Hubcap.
Well, I had to go get it.
Hubcap. It's like a hat for your car.
But I'm still confused as to how this prevented the coffee.
Oh, because I didn't get to go stop and get coffee because
okay. How does this stop the coffee? I don't understand. Why are you letting this stop the coffee?
I had to stop and get lunch, so I chose lunch over coffee. Because normally I pick up the coffee on my way back from lunch. Okay. So I did not. I had to make a choice, and
choices were made, as they say.
I chose to actually eat food instead of drink coffee as my food. So during my lunch break today,
taking a picture of these real quick so that
the hubcaps.
Of these tough Disney choices in case I'm going to close it because it starts getting wild and people start going beep beep. Let's see, because we got some good ones. Okay, I got them all. This way I can close it if I have to.
There we go.
But I'll try to keep it open. But if it gets to be too much with all the beep beeps, beep beep beeps. So people try not to post in the Discord during the show.
Oh yeah.
But then as soon as the show's over, post away. Your heart's desire. Okay, here we go. Hubcap. Oh, there goes. Who just did it? Who posted? Who just posted?
I didn't get any notification that anybody posted.
That's okay because we had a new member just now. MC Wrights 72. Welcome to the Clubhouse.
I literally did not get a notification, so
I don't. You and I probably have notifications off.
I have it turned on, but I guess
I do. I should turn off the beep beeps, but it makes me happy every time somebody posts. So I don't want to turn them off because then I'll forget to turn them back on. So I really should turn them off, but like I get excited. Like Pam's always like, you get excited when people post your little Clubhouse thing, don't you?
Yeah,
it makes me happy.
I can totally see your wife saying this too.
Yeah.
I can hear her voice saying it to you.
We have like a love seat we sit in at night. Like I work, from my love seat. I got my laptop and my iPad, like it's my second monitor, and like I was posting in the Clubhouse, and I guess I was smiling as I was like posting. She's like, "You love your little Clubhouse thing, don't you?" I'm like, I do. I love my little Clubhouse things. Just stop. Quit making fun of me.
One day when Mike was young, he thought, someday I'll grow up.
Right.
Yeah, I'll have a Clubhouse. This is a virtual Clubhouse. Well, because it's like the old message boards is what it's like. It reminds me of that. And I like it. So, we're over 700 people in there now. It's cool. Okay. So let's do this. All right. I won't close it though until we need it for 5 minutes. Okay. Here we go. 2469. Friday. Here we go. Welcome to episode 2469 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Friday to you. Around this part of the world, we call this Fajita Friday. That's right. If you come over to the Clubhouse, you see, because I post the awesome GIF or GIF or whatever you want to call it of Fajita Friday every Friday. So if you want to get your weekend started the right way, that's where you need to be. So coming over, beourguestpodcast.com/Discord. All right, today we're going to have some fun. We're just going to take it light. We're not going to dive into a serious topic today. We're going to keep it light and cheery. But I have a theory. I got to talk to you two about something because I think somebody in Disney marketing has been going back in our archives. I am not kidding. I've seen this new marketing campaign, and they are totally ripping off something we did 5 years ago. And we gotta have a discussion for real quick before we get into today's show. But joining me today, it's the OG crew. Ricky's here from a DisneyWorldAfterAll.com. Speaking of OG, and the MouseForLess.com. Even more OG than that OG. We have Ricky. And I'm done with the OG references. What's up, Ricky? Happy?
Well, this OG is at Walt Disney World today. So, yes, I am at the Magic Kingdom. So, to you. So
that's a great thing about podcasting. Like we can be here and there at the same time.
Yep. Brian and I are. We took a trip down. Lucy's with Grandma and Grandpa, and we're having some fun at the Magic Kingdom today. And we should be having lunch at Kona. And then tomorrow we're going to Epcot and we should be having dinner at Sanaa. So it was actually funny. This past weekend, Brian and I were talking about the trip and he's like, so what are our plans? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, I don't know. We're going to the Magic Kingdom, because we're the worst at planning our own vacations. And so I was like, I don't know. We're going to the Magic Kingdom on Friday and he's we're going to Epcot on Saturday. And he's like, yeah, but where are we eating? I'm like, I don't know.
That is the most important part. Who cares about what theme park you're going to? It is where are you eating?
So we literally sat down and I opened up the My Disney Experience app and I'm like, okay, well, here's what's available. And of course, he's like, okay, well, can we do Ale and Compass on Saturday for breakfast? And I was like, oh, that's a good idea. And then I looked and I'm like, okay, there's no Ale and Compass available for Saturday morning. So I think there was like one at 7:30 in the morning, and I said, well, that's not happening. So
what's wrong with 7:30? I mean, it's a little bit late, but I mean, you can make it work.
That's not a little bit late. That's way too early. So that's not happening. I'm just going to keep my eyes open to see if maybe I can get that reservation, tonight or tomorrow, so I can go tomorrow morning. And then he's like, well, let's go to Topolino's. And I'm like, haha, that's funny. That's not available.
Yeah,
so he kept naming like all these things that he wanted to go eat at that were nowhere close to being available. He's like, Ohana. I'm like, nope, we're not eating there either. So we decided to go to Sanaa.
He works so hard every day.
I know.
The guy's going to have to eat corn dog nuggets or something.
No, we're eating at Sanaa, which I'm very excited about because they did just bring out some new desserts. So I'm excited to try those. And of course, you can't go wrong with bread servers and butter chicken. So I'm very excited.
I thought you were talking
No,
breakfast.
that's for dinner.
Okay, you were just talking breakfast a second ago.
I
You were
know.
losing me here. You're talking desserts, then your bread service, then your butter chicken. I'm like, what are you guys?
We had
are
to
like
switch
savages.
to dinner. Had to switch to a dinner menu.
Good. I'm confused. I'm like, you guys are savages if that's what you're having for breakfast. But no.
That would be an interesting breakfast.
Yes, it would. I'm like, I don't know how they do it at Sanaa, but I mean, it is a little bit different. So go ahead.
Yeah. So anyway, we got that, and then we are doing. I think I saw that they have a delicious like ramen bowl at Kona for lunch, but it's only available at lunch. So we're doing lunch at Kona. So that'll be nice too. Yeah.
You're gonna pay $25 for ramen noodles.
That's about what it is for ramen here in Atlanta. So I mean, if you want good ramen, that's about what you're paying.
Here in St. Peter's, they're 85 cents.
Yeah, that's if you buy the little cracky ones back in there.
Let me remind you, that is top ramen.
It's certainly
it's not
top
bottom ramen either. Shout out to Bella Dawkins, who's tuned in live from Disney's Hollywood Studios as we record. All right, also joining us, we have Pam Forrester. She's Coner, the Magic for Less Travel, which I believe you are not at Walt Disney World right now. But hey, I could be wrong. You might be too.
No, I'm not. I'm home for like a week and a half before I have to go do something again. This year is crazy with travel stuff, but so I'm enjoying the beautiful weather that we're having here. I like spring weather. It's like we are big into the gardening, and this is the time where like you have to do your prep work, like lay the groundwork for the things that are going to happen later on in the season. So I've already started thinking about plants that we're going to be planting, vegetables. We're getting wild and crazy this year, trying a new variety of the butternut squash, which was our big performer last year. I swear we got at least 50 butternut squash.
Wow.
So this time we are trying a new variety of it. Yes, I know. My mom and I had a big discussion about it, and she's like, "Oh, I'm ordering these seeds." And I'm like, "We're crazy this year. We're just trying out this new stuff." But no, I'm excited about it.
I love it. That's cool.
All right. Here's something I want to talk to you two about. So do you remember? Okay, this is how long we've been doing the show. We're in our 17th year. We've done this for 16 years, in our 17th year. This has at least been 5 years ago. We did these shows where we'd say, right now at Walt Disney, somebody is like it's literally like Bella Dawkins right now is joining us live from Disney's Hollywood Studios. So honest to God, right now at Disney's Hollywood Studios, somebody at ABC Commissary is likely having a grilled cheese buffalo chicken sandwich like right now. It's happening. So, and we need to do one of those shows again because it's a good, like, kind of thinking about it, kind of get you like activated. Like if you need to kind of think about going on a vacation, it really makes you think about it. So anyway, I don't know if you guys have seen this. Now I spend time on the treadmill every day, three different times throughout the day. I walk a couple of times and I run in the morning, but I have my iPad going. And Disney is running this campaign now. In their campaign that they're running, I see it on Pluto TV, which is a free service. It's owned by CBS. And it is very kind of run. I think it's put out by their social media like department more than kind of like a traditional media department because it's a lot of quick hits. It's more of like what you would see on YouTube or TikTok kind of media. And I'm not kidding. I don't know if you've seen these commercials. And I also saw it during the Final Four, so I've seen it on CBS. But here's kind of the gist of it, and our listeners jump in on. I'm not just talking to Pam and Rikki here. We're all in this together. So Discord, come over. Let's have this conversation this weekend because I know you guys have seen this. They put like a timestamp of like a little 10-second video hit of people doing stuff on their vacations. For example, they show the sweetest little girl. And you could tell she's sitting in Frozen Ever After, like all dolled up like a princess. And it says like Tuesday at like 1:12 p.m. Like to entice you that like this is not a Saturday afternoon. This is a Tuesday at 1:12 p.m. Like you should be at work. But no, we're at Walt Disney World doing Frozen Ever After. And this girl's losing her mind because you can tell you don't see the stage. You just see the girl reacting to what's happening on the stage. But you see like the bubbles, the snow coming down in the theater. And you're just like, oh, I know. Like if you've been there, you know the moment, right?
Yeah.
And then like it goes like it's a quick little 10-second hit. Then it goes to like a dad, or we assume that it's a dad. Dude, he is doing nothing but floating on a float in the big blue pool at Art of Animation. I mean, nothing is happening but this cat floating in a pool. And it's like Thursday, 9:12 a.m. You know, and it's like totally messing with you. Like, dude, I wish I could be doing that like in a weekday in the morning instead of working. And you hear all the kids splashing around him. You hear all the excitement of the big blue pool. And then you see like a kid coming up to some stormtroopers over in Batu at the studios. And it's like, you know, Monday, 3:12 p.m. And the stormtroopers are interacting with this little kid. But I mean, this is exactly what we did. This is like right now at Walt Disney World, some kids talking to a stormtrooper. Right now, some dudes floating around in the big blue pool. This is what we did. But I mean, it drew me in. I'm like, I want to do this right now. It's such, I mean, it hit me hard. Like, this is the perfect campaign. Pam, have you seen this campaign?
Yeah, I have. And it is good. I agree. It did. Here's one of the things that I was thinking of when I was watching it. And I wondered if it hit people who were more familiar with it.
Yes. People like us.
That's what I was thinking too. No. Because like you, I was like, immediately when I saw that little girl, I knew she was at
Ever After.
Yes. And she was like, she was doing, like, I thought it was the stage show.
Yeah, it was the stage show.
Where like that thing that comes out and like the snow, it starts snowing. There's sort of, not to, spoiler alert, friends, but yes, at some point it starts to like snow. But I thought that, like, I immediately knew where that was, and you did too. And so there's that kind of thing. And that's what I was like, I wonder if it hits different with people who are familiar with these things, because you do know all those things and you may have experienced those. I have been on several occasions, a stormtrooper and I have gone toe to toe on a few things. And then you've seen kids do it too. And I think that that's really cool. But I think maybe for people who don't know it as well as we do, that's exciting too, right? Because I think, one of the things, I think I shared this, was that on the last meeting that I had gone to with Disney, they shared that, there's a huge percentage of people who have not been there since Galaxy's Edge, or I'm sorry, since Pandora had opened up.
2017.
Like, since Pandora had opened up. I mean, you know what I mean? So think about it. There's probably people who haven't had the chance to interact with stormtroopers and other people. I sort of love that area of the park because it's sort of different. Things sort of happen there. You aren't queuing up to get your picture with the stormtrooper. You aren't queuing up to get your picture with Rey. You're interacting with them. And they said this before Galaxy's Edge even opened, right? That you would be interacting with the land and all the characters in different ways. And I think that that's one of the most sort of amazing thing, and probably frustrating to some people, but I think it really offers some opportunities. So that's what I loved about that commercial.
Yeah, it was weird because it was totally marketed. That one was marketed, I think, to people like us. Like, yeah. I was wondering though, because for people that had context, you knew exactly the feeling, like, and 100%. It made you envious of the people, or you just wanted to have that because I don't know, like, it just made me like, oh, I remember when Mallory was like dressed like a princess, sitting there in Frozen Ever After and having that snow coming and losing her mind, and like I wanted to be the dad. Like blue pool.
Right.
And I know what it was weird that he was in the Art of Animation pool at a value resort. He wasn't featured in Storm Along Bay. He wasn't featured in, like, it was. I love kind of thinking about the reasoning why they put those things in there. It's a great game. I mean, it's so good. I love thinking about those things. Rikki, have you seen it?
Oh, of course I've seen it. Actually, one of my favorite ones is the one that features the Jungle Cruise, and it's the telling of the joke of the way that they got rid of their in-laws or whatever. It's one of my favorite jokes that they actually tell, and then they just start screaming, I love you. Oh, it's I love you. I want to meet your parents, or something along those lines. It's just one of my favorite things, and I again, it's kind of one of those, you have to have been on the Jungle Cruise to really appreciate that joke and understand what they were doing with that, because otherwise you'd be like, what on earth is happening here? But it's fantastic. So I think they're doing a really good job with those commercials. And I think you're right. I think the goal is to probably get people who have been to Walt Disney World before and have experienced some of those things to have that memory, to have that emotion and be like, oh, you know what we need to do? We need to go back. It's been too long. The kids have gotten older, and it's, it's time to head back to Walt Disney World. And I think that that's really what those commercials are trying to accomplish. And I think that they work very well. So,
and the second campaign that's going on too. Like it's like TikTok videos real quick. And it's like a couple getting engaged in front of the castle. Cause my wife was like, cause this was going on during the Final Four. We were watching the UConn Purdue final, and they showed this one. And actually it was on during the CMT, the Country Music Awards. Like it was sponsored by Walt Disney World. The Country Music Awards were sponsored by Walt Disney World. So tons of Disney commercials during this. And one of the things was like this couple get engaged in front of the castle. Pam's like, is that legal? Like, does Disney condone that? I'm like, yeah, as long as you don't jump up on the stage, like during a show or something. Remember that viral video? Like that cast member that came swooping in, grabbed that that was classic. But I'm like, I've seen this a million times during races. I'm like, as long as you're not like doing it where, you're interfering with other guests' enjoyment, you're good. But it was like little moments that people had recorded around, and I'm just intrigued by that. Anyway, let's get to today's topic so we can talk about Disney marketing, because I think it's great. But here we go. So we're not going to spend a ton of time on we give a couple thoughts, but we're not going to give a dissertation on these. We're going to go tough Disney choices. Since there's three of us, maybe one will have to rule the day. So we'll have right or wrong answers. All right, no clickety. Here we go. So I don't have to edit. Okay, here we go. From Wish Upon a Star over in the clubhouse, she says, a shorter stay at a deluxe resort with less park days, or a longer stay at a value resort with more park days. All right, we're going to take turns going first. Rikki, you're first on this one.
Longer stay and more park days. Yeah. Easy.
Pam?
I'm going the opposite. Shorter stay at the deluxe resort, less park days.
I am too. I'm shorter stay, deluxe, chill. Because of the word chill. I'm getting old. The parks wear me out. Okay, so we got that one. All right, let's see here. This one's funny. Well, this is actually from Wish Upon a Star as well. Enjoy a character meal with the BOGP crew, or experience your favorite attraction with the BOGP crew. What do you think most people would pick? Pam, would they rather have a character meal with us or ride a ride with us?
I think do the character meal, because then you could get more time to talk and chat and whatever. Yeah,
I'm with you too, Rikki.
I agree. I think character meal. Yeah, you get the extra time. I think that's the best option. I wouldn't say it's the best option that we would choose, but I think it's the best option. Except for I would love to sit down and, chat with all of our listeners and, talk one-on-one. That would be so fantastic.
Yeah.
It would be just the best thing ever. So, because I love, when they do stop us, I love getting the opportunity to just chat with them and things like that. So if you do see us in the parks, say hi, because we do like to talk to you guys. I mean, we're, you can actually say hi to us. So yeah. I just wanted to let you guys know.
100%. And like, I got the selfie wall going up here with the digital frame, and I got pictures of all my selfies now. So I want you in the studio so that you can be scrolling through here all the time. All right. Run Mike D over in the clubhouse says, Skyliner Resort or Monorail Resort? I'm going to go, if I wasn't paying, Monorail Resort, because you're getting a deluxe. So, Rikki?
Oh, that one is tough. I think Monorail Resort edges out just a little. Again, yeah, because you get to stay at a deluxe resort. So I think I would choose Monorail.
Pam?
Yeah, I'm going to choose Monorail too. As much as I like the Skyliner, there is something about the Monorail. So.
Then he follows up with a great one. Christmas at the Studios or Christmas at the Magic Kingdom?
Oh, I've done this. I've done both of these, actually. And I usually choose Christmas at the Studios. And I've actually done both of these on Christmas Day. I choose Christmas at the Studios because it's usually a little less busy. I think that the Studios has a much better decoration ratio for sure. Like the decorations at the Studios is just hands down my favorite. And I just always feel like the Magic Kingdom is like packed. So I choose Hollywood Studios hands down for sure.
Pam, what would you pick?
This is tough. I think I would choose, and I've done both too. I've actually done all. I think I would choose Christmas at the Magic Kingdom just because there's a huge nostalgia factor there for me. I really just, that part of it just I love being in the Magic Kingdom on Christmas. There's something about it. It just hits differently. It just really does. And you get to see the parade and all of that. Although I think I'd park hop over the studios at night. How about that?
There you go. Yes, we're cheating. I love it.
No, you know what? Because you mentioned the word nostalgia, and the thing is, I'm going with the studios because it gives me nostalgia. And what it is, I'm not kidding. As soon as I see those, and I know what they're called because somebody looked them up for me, the spaghetti poodles.
Yes.
They're out by Hollywood. And
yeah.
My great grandma had those things. I am not kidding. She had those things at her house in Alton, Illinois. And it was just, there were certain things, like everybody knows, like when you went to Mama's house, like there were certain things like, why are those there? But they're like burned into your memory. Over at their house too, they had I don't know if your this is my great grandparents. They had, the record player that was like furniture that like you had the lid and like it was down in there and like it had the record and the radio and it was like a big thing. I mean, it's probably
the hi-fi. My grandmother used to call that the hi-fi.
Yeah, but I mean, the house smelled weird, but it was like comfortable. It was weird, but it was like comfortable, right? I mean, it was great grandparents' house over at Alton. I mean, the whole town is old. Like it's just an old kind of ghost. If you've been to Alton, Illinois, it's like an old ghost town. Really, I mean, the whole town's like kind of, sorry if you're from Alton, but I mean, if you're from Missouri, it's kind of a spooky town. But because it's on the, now my laptop's recording everything I'm saying. But, okay, stop. Okay, stop. I'll turn that off. Okay, I don't need, so anyway, I don't know. So I activated the SIRIs apparently.
Oh,
anyway, so I'm gonna go with studios, and I think that's how it got activated in the first place. So if I activated yours, I apologize. Okay, Matt Rowe over in the clubhouse says, when you arrive in World Showcase, do you start Mexico or Canada? And there is a clear, correct choice in this one. I think Pam's up first.
I will say 9 times out of 10 or 12 we start in Mexico, but every now and then I will start in Canada too.
Mexico. Rikki.
So I don't usually have like a specific path. I'm one of the weirdos that doesn't. I will say the majority of the time it's Mexico. However, there are occasional times when I do take the Canada path. It just kind of depends on what my goal is for visiting World Showcase. But yeah, usually it's Mexico. But I can't say that I don't ever go the Canada route because I definitely do that sometimes too.
If I was Catholic and it was during Lent, I'd go to Canada first because I go get my fish and chips.
Good choice.
And you know what? I'm not Catholic, and sometimes I do go get my fish and chips, so I do go through Canada first.
There you go.
I love fish and chips in my Yorkshire County. What's it called? The Yorkshire County Fair fish stand.
Yes.
Maybe. Yes.
I would pay $30 for fish and chips right now. Like if I could I bet you I'd pay $40 right now if I could Instacart a fish and chips from that stand. If they would bring me some malt vinegar with it, $40 right now to the studio. Oh, that'd be so good. Oh my gosh. I guess I'm thinking about Disney food. All right. Laura P over in the clubhouse says Mears or Uber. I think I'm going first on this one because I always take Uber because it's usually just me, and Uber takes zero planning. You just show up, grab your bags, pop out the app, hit the button. Somebody comes swooping in 3 minutes. Be like, hey, I'm Mike, Bob, let's go. And throw your stuff in the car and just cross your fingers that you get there in 30 minutes. And it's usually about $40 and I'm there. So I usually do Uber. Uber's kind of my jam. It makes me feel worldly. I don't get out of the house much, and it does make me feel kind of cosmopolitan to be taking a ride share. Rikki, what about you? Mears or Uber?
I'm gonna go Uber, just so I can get to where I want to go faster. So I think Uber is gonna be the choice for me.
Pam, you had to step outside your comfort zone, which
I'm gonna do Ubers too. Yes.
Here's an interesting one. This one is from Lucy over in the clubhouse.
Not my daughter.
Not unless you start typing.
Not that I know of.
I see the picture on the avatar. It's not your daughter.
Okay, all right.
An Epcot fireworks cruise or a Magic Kingdom fireworks cruise? Pam Forrester, I think I've been on one of each with you. And
yes, same.
The one that I did that was a Magic Kingdom one, it was super cold, and two, it almost sunk.
Yes, I know.
On water.
That's true. We did.
I'm gonna choose Epcot. I think it offers a really good view of the fireworks show, and I think the Magic Kingdom one is just an okay view of the fireworks show.
I agree with Pam. I think that the view of the Magic Kingdom fireworks show is just okay. Yeah. But that view from Epcot, man, that is just a fantastic view. So I agree. I'm gonna say go to Epcot, the Epcot one.
You butted me, but I'm going to go Magic Kingdom.
I know. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's not really the rules here, but I'm going to go Magic Kingdom because I like being out there, and you also get to see the electrical water pageant.
That's true.
And it's super loud. It blows your ears out when you're out there, by the way. You don't realize how loud it is till you're out on the water. ENP in the clubhouse says, for each park, would you rather have early morning hours or you get an individual lightning lane instead? Would you rather have early morning hours or an individual light? I'd rather have, I'm going to go an individual lightning lane because that's kind of like you. That's like individual. You get to right there. It's kind of like you get to be a VIP. Like early morning hours is kind of like for the masses. I want to feel like a VIP that day. Rikki?
Oh, individual lightning lane, 100%. You know I'm not getting up early. Are you kidding me?
Getting up
lightning lane.
That's the best part of the day. I can't believe you say that. You're missing all the best part of your day for your whole life.
Nope. Still, I like sleep. So no.
You and me. Pam?
I'm going early morning hours. I actually like that period of the day so much. And I like the energy. When you're there with the people in the morning, it's like you all are sort of like, I see you, right? Like we're doing the same thing. Yes.
We're all like Ricky's in bed. We're getting this done. Ricky's still in bed.
Enjoy.
That's what I say. I just really enjoy that 30 minutes. I think it's such a kind of energizing yet peaceful time of the day. So I like it.
All right. Case Spano says Mickey's Not So Scary or Mickey's Very Merry. You knew this was coming. It comes every time we do a show like this, Rikki.
Is it my turn? Okay. I mean, this one's hands down easy for me. It's going to be Mickey's Not So Scary. I adore that party. I think that party is so much fun. And it's just the energy in that party is unlike anything else. So and plus you get to trick or treat and dress up. So yes, 100% Mickey's Not So Scary.
Pam Forrester.
I'm doing the Christmas party. You know, I am a huge Christmas person. I love the fireworks, the holiday fireworks. I love the Christmas parade, the soldiers, the reindeer. Those are just, things that I really enjoy. So, and I love the music. Like the Christmas music in the Magic Kingdom is some of my favorite. There's like some deep pools from there. There's some Lawrence Welk. There's some yes, I mean there's some good stuff there. So yeah, I'm doing the Christmas party.
I love the Christmas party. I do. And I love Christmas as a holiday more than Halloween. And I love I love the feel. But the one thing that the Halloween party has, a 50-year-old dude can go trick-or-treating and get you can get 5 pounds of fun-sized candy bars, and nobody will bat an eye.
They ain't gonna say boo. I mean, they might say boo, but it'll be for a different reason.
$190. A bunch of people should be saying boo.
Yeah,
I'm going Halloween party. All right, so the next one is from Jessica LD over in the clubhouse. She says, this one's easy for one of us. Actually, this one's easy for all three of us. Rope drop or closing out a park. Early bird always gets the worm. Rope drop gets you ahead of the crowd for the rest of the day. And like Pam said, I see you, early birds.
That's right.
So Pam and I'm just going to go around in this one. Rope drop, late night. Okay,
Late
moving
night,
on.
yeah. Answered.
Done. BWM8184 says Pizzafari or Pizza Rizzo. I like this one. This is a super interesting one. Ricky, you got it.
I mean, there's no question. It's Pizza Rizzo all the way, baby. It's just, it's so much fun. You can't have a bad time at Pizza Rizzo because there's the dance hall up top, and if you're not sitting up there, you're not enjoying your vacation. You have to go up there and jam out to all the great wedding classic hits and have the horribly awful, delicious, puffy pizza. And it's one of my favorite things to do. I know the pizza's not good. I still enjoy it every second of the moment that I'm there. Pizza Rizzo for the win. Plus, it's themed around the Muppets. I mean, hello. How do you get any better than that? So,
Phenomenon. Now it's going to suck your head the whole weekend. That was my goal. You're welcome. Pam Forster, go ahead.
I will. All cards on the table here. It has
She's not eating at either.
been a moment since I've been at either one of these. But I will say I do like the Muppets, and I do like the little play on words on their sign where it says "It's Rat Pizza" at night. Their little neon sign.
That's pretty
So
good.
I will do Pizza Rizzo. But yeah.
It's the sweet Pizza Rizzo. This dude right here has DJ'd well over 300 wedding receptions in the greater St. Louis area. So I have to go upstairs and relive my glory days of Genesis Banquet Center in South County, Missouri, down on Telegraph Road, where I was the house DJ for a decade and have eaten my body's weight times a million in muscatoli.
Oh, yes.
As Spyro Gyra played as we ate dinner and I called tables. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you may join us at the buffet line because I also did that. I kind of was dual service there.
And dry chicken probably too. You probably had a lot of dry
It was
chicken.
not the chicken. It was definitely dry.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Mr. and Mrs. Smith to the dance floor for their first dance as husband and wife. Whoa! I'm not getting paid for that tonight, so let's move on. All right, next, Hannah L says crossing. Hannah L coming in hot with this one.
Oh gosh.
Crossing. Oh my gosh, my wife's AirPods Pro disconnected to my iPad. So I don't know
what's going on with you tonight.
I don't know because she's upstairs apparently. I guess she's going for a walk out at the lake and she's passing the window here at the studios because the path is right outside my window. Anyway, I know things are going off the rails. And last week there was a tornado about this time. Who knows, man? This is not a good time to record. Anyway, crossing your first marathon finish line or capturing the commercial moment with your kid and their favorite character. Oh my God. This is not cool. But Hannah, you're not cool for asking this one. This is like being selfish. Because do I want to have the commercial moment with my kid or have the crossing the finish line?
Ooh, wow.
I'm saying it
Wow.
Shots are fired.
I don't want my family to hear me say this out loud, but it's crossing the finish line of a dopey. Okay, Ricky, go ahead.
I haven't obviously done the full. I've only done a half, but which is trust me, a huge accomplishment for me, and I'm retired, and that's why. But I'm still gonna say having Lucy meet characters that's just the best. Oh my gosh, my heart is so happy and full when I see her and meeting the characters. It's just I'm smiling and tearing up just thinking about it right now. So I there's no way I can say anything else.
Damn, I'm such a bad dad. Go ahead, Rick.
I'm doing the commercial moment with my
I'm terrible dad. I'm so bad. I'm so selfish. I'm going straight down. Oh my. Okay, we got to roll. Okay, here we go at a bunch. Hannah, let's see. Hannah L comes. Wait, was that Hannah L? Maybe I got the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
No, she does. She comes with another one. Falling asleep to. Oh, here's a good one. Falling asleep to the singing Disneyland Hotel headboard after watching the fireworks, I mean, the headboard at Disneyland Hotel, I wear it out every time I stay there. Or waking up to a Savannah view at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. Oh my gosh. I'm going first this one. Oh wait, I went first last time. Ricky, go ahead. Disneyland Hotel headboard or waking up at Animal Kingdom Lodge?
Animal Kingdom Lodge. There's just nothing like seeing the animals out there on the savannah. I mean, watching a giraffe just walk past your window is, I mean, how do you get any more perfect than that? So that's where I'm picking.
All right, Pam.
I'm doing the same. Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Nope, Disneyland Hotel for me, dude. I love that thing at night. I just keep pushing the button, seeing those fiber optic fireworks, even though it's like 70s technology and the little music. Oh, I love it so much. Okay, this one's from Kay Spano over there in the clubhouse. Which would you bring back, the luau at the Polynesian or Main Street Electrical Parade? Dun, 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 dun. Pam.
I'm doing Main Street Electrical Parade in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I guess I am too. Even the guy, we went to the luau 3 times. I loved it.
Yeah, Main Street Electrical Parade, hands down. There's no ifs, ands, or buts on that one.
What if the fire dancer guy was on one of the floats for the Main Street Parade? That'd be awesome.
I mean,
what if he was?
I just want everybody to picture that for a second. How cool
just for a moment, reflect.
Yes.
Just pick a float. It doesn't matter.
We'll come back later and talk.
What if he was like with those weird looking ostriches that gave me kind of nightmares? Like, and he was
we already picked Main Street Electrical Parade, so this would only make us pick it more.
Right?
Fire guy.
My answer remains.
Okay. Next. I'm just worried my wife's AirPods are going to come in and interfere with our show. Let's see. This one's Dog Door Cheek over on the Discord. Genie Plus of the old Fast Pass system.
I would still do Genie Plus.
See, and you know what? The conversation was closer than you would think over in the clubhouse with Genie Plus getting some love. But I'm cheap Fast Pass. I mean, I'm cheap and old and I don't like change.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think Fast Pass. I mean, if I'm choosing things, I wish for none of it. But yeah, if I have to choose something, then I would choose Fast Pass because, I mean, I at least took advantage of that. I very rarely take advantage of Genie Plus. So Fast Pass it is.
All right, we only have a few more, so let's rip through these. Aaron EE says, after 8 hours spent in the park in July heat, do you take an air-conditioned nap on Ellen's Energy Adventure or Carousel of Progress, assuming this is pre-2017? Where's your best nap?
Ellen, it's longer and you don't move around and stuff, so you can get a good nap in there.
I had some good naps in Ellen.
Oh, seriously.
I have done Ellen, and I literally had the entire row to myself, so I just laid down and took a nap, like, completely. I mean,
you totally. No, I did that with Mallory. I never did that as an adult. I didn't have the gut. I had the guts, I'll say.
Yes, as an adult, I laid myself down on the entire bench. It was just like, night night, everybody.
You're a smaller person. It's 6'3". People would have looked at me like, dude, get up. Are you alive? Okay.
But there was only me in the row. Well, and Brian.
Yeah, it'd poke you.
You know, like,
sure.
I mean, that was it. Yeah.
All right. Matt Rose says, which would you rather get a top score in? Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin or Toy Story Mania? Toy Story, right? Because you got to earn it. Like,
yes,
you're in pain at the end of this ride, no matter what.
100%.
I mean, you're going to get a high score and you're going to be in pain. You probably got to go see Dr. Job or whatever the guy that does Tommy John surgery for all the baseball players. Toy Story.
Toy Story, I agree.
Ricky?
Toy Story, hands down. Yeah, I mean,
it's harder to do.
It is harder to do. Although, granted, you wouldn't know by looking at my score when riding Buzz Lightyear because I can't shoot that laser to save my life to get any points because I seriously end up with like 1,000 points by the end of the ride. I'm like, I'm shooting the whole entire time. What is this not hitting? But I absolutely destroy on Toy Story Mania, so I have much better skills at that. So I'm going to go with that one.
I'll be honest. I've never once ridden that ride, and like I've told myself, I'm just going to go in and kind of enjoy it and just have fun. I've never come out of there without my arm hurting because I cannot do it. I get drawn in. I'm a sucker.
It destroys my arm for sure.
It kills me. It's one of those things, man. It gets me every time. Okay, we got like 3 left. Here we go. Jen over in the clubhouse. Ronto wrap or buffalo chicken grilled cheese? You know me. Done. I mean, I love Ronto wraps, but sorry. Pam? Ronto or the buffalo chicken grilled cheese from the ABC commissary?
I think I'll do the Ronto wrap.
Rikki?
I'm going to agree with Pam. Ronto wrap. Yeah.
All right. Casey's Corner on the hub lawn eating popcorn Casey's Corner on the hub lawn or popcorn and Fantasmic? Rikki?
I do like me some popcorn, but I'm going to go with the corn dog nuggets.
Same. I'm going corn dog nuggets on the hub grass. Bam.
I'm going on the hub grass. I don't know that I'm eating corn dog nuggets, but
Dude, they're so good with cheese.
Yeah, they are good with cheese.
I think that cheese needs to be more salty, which is something I never say, but it used to be saltier and like have a little more flavor.
Correct. It did. Okay, 2 more. Catherine, who's always over on our clubhouse, we appreciate her, says, would you rather tour the Magic Kingdom with Walt Disney or Mickey Mouse? That's interesting. Walt. I'm Walt.
Walt. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, she did say in parentheses the talking Mickey, so it's more interesting. That would be weird. If you didn't just kind of look at it.
If he was just like pointing and gesturing for like 2 hours, be like, dude, this is awkward.
This is so exhausting. I can't do this anymore.
Say something, man. It's been 3 hours.
Oh, good that she said that.
Oh my gosh. 2 more. Best place to get ribs. That's a 4-parter. Regal Eagle, best place for ribs. Regal Eagle, Flame Tree, Polite Pig, or Morimoto Asia. Rikki.
I'm not the biggest ribs person. I think I would say Polite Pig.
I'm gonna go Polite Pig.
Yeah, I'm in a Polite Pig mood too, so it takes the day. And finally, Kay Spano says a week-long stay in a Polynesian bungalow or a wilderness lodge cabin. So let's say Copper Creek cabin. Pam Forrester.
I'm gonna do Copper Creek cabin.
Amen.
I have not been there, but that's okay. So yeah, I still would say the Copper Creek because the pictures and video I saw from Pam and Mike made me super jealous and be like, oh, that's luxury right there. So I know that most people think the Polynesian, bungalows are luxury and the best of the best, but there's definitely something special about those ones at the Wilderness Lodge.
I will say, sitting in a hot tub, watching live PD and a playoff hockey game, and the electrical water pageant while you're in the hot tub, and you're still in your room is pretty sweet.
That's it.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, that is going to do it for today. Hope you had fun playing along with us. We just want to have fun here on a Friday, kicking off the weekend. But that's what we do over on the in the clubhouse. So come on over to beourguestpodcast.com/Discord. The conversation goes 24/7, and we'll continue this maybe Sunday nights if we could play this as we have the calls. So join us Sunday night, 7:00 Eastern, 6:00 Central. Scott joins me. We take your calls on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. Okay, don't forget, shows brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We're here all weekend helping you plan amazing Disney vacations for no additional cost to you, and you get lots of little goodies as well. Disney gift cards, onboard credits for the cruises, and just awesome service all the time. So check us out. All the details are on the website. Just start off over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you to our Patreon supporters. You guys make all this show possible. You can support us starting at just $5 a month. Come on over this weekend, patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. Get the bonus show as well. It's called Mike in the Midwest. Give us a follow on the social media. Ricky's at Ricky Nibs, RIKKI-NIBS. Pam's at TMFLT Pam. I'm at Be Our Guest Mike. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Threads as well. All right, time to get out of here and wish you a great weekend. Whatever you're doing, stay safe. Stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Awesome.
All right. Well, I will see you guys. So you guys are going to be here next week, Monday?
Yep. I should be.
Good deal.
Yep. I'll see y'all.
All right. Have a good night. See you in
See you guys.
short days. See ya.